This table tracks a decade of financial data for Reliance Industries. If you look at the rows for total income and total assets, you'll see numbers that consistently double over 10 years, eventually reaching hundreds of thousands of crores. But analyzing top-line revenue alone provides an incomplete picture of how a modern mega-conglomerate operates. To understand Reliance, we have to examine a dual ledger. On one side are the financial books that drive the corporate engine. On the other is the social ledger of the Reliance Foundation, which is designed to address India's development challenges. The true footprint of India's largest conglomerate is measured by how it balances Wall Street expectations with rural social impact. Between 2017 and 2021, Reliance's growth trajectory faced significant internal turbulence. This chart tracks return on equity, or ROE, which tells us how efficiently a company is generating profits relative to its shareholder capital. Over these 4 years, the ROE steadily trended downward, sliding from nearly 11% to 6.73%. At the exact same time, we see a fluctuating debt-to-equity ratio. This graph shows how much the company is relying on borrowed money versus its own funds, peaking at 0.65 in 2020. The company was also battling lagging liquidity and negative working capital turnover, driven by heavy current liabilities that consistently outweigh their current assets. To manage this, Reliance shifted its weight. Legacy operations like refining and petrochemicals were losing revenue. So the company expanded into consumer sectors, aggressively building out Reliance Retail and Geo to offset those legacy losses. This animated comparison shows the specific result of that pivot. In a single year, total operations revenue dropped 24%. But despite that drop in top-line sales, EBITDA, a measure of core operational profitability, actually increased by 7.6%. Reliance's financial engine survives turbulence by aggressively pivoting into highly scalable consumer markets. The corporate arm approaches markets with an obsession for scale. Through its We Care philosophy, the Reliance Foundation applies that same focus on integrated, replicable models to social development. This map visualizes the macro scale of their reach. To date, the foundation has touched over 8.6 core lives across more than 91,500 villages. If we break down the largest demographic pillars of that impact, 2.18 core people have been reached through rural transformation programs, and another 2.30 core through sports for development. A third major pillar targets women's empowerment, with 50 lakh women supported through targeted livelihood and entrepreneurial initiatives. Those are macro statistics, but the foundation's structure is built on forming strategic partnerships with organizations that have existing technical expertise. Through the Drishti initiative, they provide free comprehensive eye care, partnering with specialized organizations like the National Association for the Blind to provide corneal transplants for marginalized communities. They also utilize a bridge funding model with Leukemia Crusaders. By providing financial resources across 22 existing hospitals, they create immediate capacity for childhood cancer treatments that would otherwise be delayed by lack of access. By acting as a financial and logistical bridge for specialized NGOs, the foundation uses corporate-level capital to scale medical and social interventions across the country. This social reach is a direct byproduct of the resilient financial engine at Reliance Industries. Aggressive corporate maneuvers, like raising over 53,000 crore rupees in a rights issue, provide the capital required to fund these long-term partnerships. Look at this chart showing fluctuating earnings per share. While analysts use this to track corporate health, these metrics alone fail to capture the conglomerate's overall national utility. The ultimate measure of a 21st century megacorporation is its ability to directly transform immense capital into measurable progress on the ground. By applying the same mechanics used to build India's largest retail and digital networks to rural and healthcare challenges, Reliance creates a model where business scale is the primary driver for social development.